Hello. I am Maya Ashley, and I am super excited to be bringing you the first episode of my podcast, Cancel Culture. Now, you know, in our generation, we love to choose if we're canceling people. So, every single episode, you're going to hear me and some special guests discuss the three top news stories that I choose for this week. So, if you're interested and you want to know if I cancel or keep these topics, keep listening. So, since this is my very first episode, it's only fitting that I let you know the format of this show. The show is really chill. The first section is a solo rant of me talking about the top news story of today, my opinion, and ultimately I get to choose if I want to cancel or keep the people involved. Nextly, I'm going to have an interview portion where I bring in two special guests who are specialists in the topic at hand. You don't want to miss this, so stay tuned. Today, you are going to get three very interesting topics. We're starting off here with the big elephant in the room, COVID-19, the coronavirus. We all know we want to talk about it, so stay tuned for that. The second topic is Floyd Mayweather's daughter and the allegations of her stabbing NBA YoungBoy's baby mama. I know, guys. I know. It's crazy, but we'll get into that. And the third topic is Kanye West is finally a billionaire. So we're going to hop right on into the first segment, the solo rant, coronavirus. Y'all, if I can't tell you what coronavirus has done to my life, y'all, I'm stuck in the house, I'm bored in the house, and I'm in the house bored. Coronavirus has taken over my life. And as it should yours, you should be social distancing, but I go to school at Clark Atlanta University in Atlanta, Georgia. And as we all know, Georgia is going through quite the time dealing with this coronavirus. So the governor, Brian Kemp, has opened back the state as of May 1st. And that was just ridiculous to me to hear in the first place. And I'm so glad that they kicked me out of school, because if I were there, I don't know what I would do. I am a hypochondriac. I do not like sickness. Stay far away from me, further than 6 feet away from me. If you even think that you have the flu, a cold, allergies, stay away. So the fact that Brian Kemp is opening up Georgia really took me for a loop. And the funny thing is, well, it's actually not funny at all. It's just ironic that, it's actually not ironic. It's science and statistics. 1,000 new cases were reported on the day that Georgia reopened. And that probably is not even due to the reopening. It's probably due to the fact that there's still undeveloped and untested people for the coronavirus, and we don't know everything about this coronavirus. And the fact that we don't know everything about this coronavirus is making me wonder, why would he open back up the state? I don't know, but Keisha Lance Bottoms came to the rescue, y'all. She said, you know what, y'all, stay inside. Mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Lance Bottoms, told CNN that she was at a loss at Governor Kemp's decision to reopen the state. She encourages people to stay inside, and that is just what some people did. A lot of business owners reported to the news that they will not be reopening their stores. And as of today, they have still not opened their stores. So a lot of people are deciding health over economy when Brian Kemp has definitely decided economy over health. I don't know. What do you guys think? But ultimately, do I cancel or keep Kemp? Well, I canceled the state of Georgia right now because this morning, this just in, there was a line outside of Lenox Mall because they were set to reopen today. What do you guys need from the mall? A purse? Some shoes? Is it the stimulus checks burning your pockets? I don't know, y'all. But ultimately, I definitely canceled the whole state of Georgia right now because it's just going crazy. Okay, y'all. So if you guys are excited for the next segment, which is What Does the World Think?, where I bring in experts on topics to talk about the current news that you guys want to hear. I really would have wished to have my first interviews on my first podcast in person, but since Corona and social distancing, you guys know, we will be having them on the phone. So here we go. So firstly, we have Earth to Asia, an influencer, YouTuber, and musician, here to talk about Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Yaya Mayweather. Okay, so here we have on the phone Earth to Asia. You heard her intro, so just say hello.
Hello. How are you guys doing?
Okay, so we're just gonna hop right into it. So To keep everybody up to date, we're going to be talking about Ayanna Mayweather and her allegations against NBA YoungBoy's baby mama. So apparently, she showed up to NBA's YoungBoy's house in Texas and found his baby mama, LaPatra Jacobs, at his house. I'm just going to stop there, right there. So first of all, as young woman, and you are with a man, how would you feel if you showed up at his house and his baby mother was there and you didn't know anything about it?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, how would you feel?
Yeah. First of all, why are you there? Like, I know in the story she was saying she told her like to leave type of thing. Mm-hmm. I would have did the same thing. I would have said like she shouldn't have been there. I would feel some type of way definitely. Like I don't understand why he felt like she should be there unless there was some type of agreement on them having some type of polygamous relationship. Like, which I don't think it was that. Like, why was she there?
So I understand that LaPatra could have been there for the child. You know, that makes sense.
She could have, yeah.
But it's just the fact that she refused to leave that got me, you know? Like, if I'm with a guy and his mother of his child is there, and I'm asking her respectfully to leave at first, and she's just refusing, I just find that to be, you know, crazy, unless she's there for the child.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just going to reiterate what you said. I just think that if she was there at the house, excuse me, for the child, then okay. But if she wasn't there at the house for the child and she was just there just to be there, yeah.
Exactly. So, okay. So after that, she asked her to leave. Yaya Mayweather asked her to leave. And LaPatra decided to refuse to leave. So after that, Yaya allegedly pulled out 2 knives and stabbed LaPatra. Now, she is 19 years old, the same age as me. Do you think it was worth the risk even pulling out a knife or for a male that you are not married to, even though there were allegations that they were engaged? I don't know.
You said my wife. My wife.
What do you think?
No. Why are you going to ruin yourself for some dude? Like, I just think that once she saw what was going on, once she saw, okay, this is how he's doing things, okay, he got her here, and she's refusing to leave, and he's still not doing anything about it, yeah, that's not my dude. Yeah, nah. Never mind. I'm not setting myself up to go to jail over some dude. You tripping.
Exactly. So obviously she got out on bail, but this trial is still being looked at.
What is it? 30,000, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of money, but you know, I mean, Floyd Mayweather. So she was getting out, but it's the fact that even Wendy Williams came in and said, "You are a Mayweather. What are you doing, risking your whole reputation for a male who has 4 kids with 3 different baby mamas?" That's what Wendy Williams said. So yeah. Would you, imagine you were 19 again, and this was your situation. Would you even be with a guy who has 4 kids and 3 baby mamas? Just that.
No. Simple as that. I have no other words. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just a lot to take in for me. And the fact that she would literally risk her entire reputation in her life, because what if they didn't give her bail? You know?
Exactly.
Like, what if she had to stay in jail?
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I saw the case and everything, I'm like, I see that, you know, she has money, or there could be money thrown out for her bail and everything. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't sure how it was going to go because it was still assault. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, yeah, she has all this money, but
with a lethal weapon.
Are they still going to let her, like, just go off like that and be like she didn't do anything?
You know? And I just find that to be absolutely ridiculous. And I know that before and years before, Yaya will make it very clear that she was in love with NBA YoungBoy. So she finally got him, and this is what happened. I just find that to be completely bonkers, you guys.
I just feel like she should... we could take away her name if we want to. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like, why is she not making a name for herself? Like, I don't understand. Like, yes, I understand you were born into money. Mm-hmm. I get it. And now you're going after a dude. Maybe you're not going after him for his money because you're around that and you're used to that. But it's just like you would think that she would wants something for herself. It just seems like she's just kind of bouncing off of people. That's how I feel. I don't know what she does. I don't know, if she owns any businesses or anything like that. I don't know her like that. I don't know her story and everything. But that's from the outside looking in and just knowing these basic things about her. That's how it seems. Like, I understand she's young, but it's just like you would think that she would want to carry on that legacy when we add the name back on.
Right, legacy of greatness.
Yeah, like you would just think that she would want to do something else versus then leech on somebody else. I'm not going to say for money, but,
just in general. Because even like you said, carrying on the narrative of taking away her name, even as a young girl, like it's really, I understand the fact of being in love and being extremely, extremely attached to someone, and things can hurt really bad. But me personally, I don't think I could ever pull out a knife on a guy, especially if he doesn't even seem to. Well, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened at the place, but he hasn't really said anything about it, you know. But you know who has said something about it is his mother. The Shade Room posted her live. Did you see that live?
I saw the video.
Let me not misquote her. This is what she said. But I'm telling this to anybody that got breath in their body. If you go to him, he better let out every mother bullet he got in his gun. If you're looking for trouble, you'll get and reloaded. So that's what his mother. It's just crazy to me that his mother would go on and say that. Now
the apple does not fall far from the tree, and I'll just say that.
Yeah, guys.
We're not judging over here.
We're not judging at all.
We can get into his video and her video if you really wanted to. I don't know how you want to go with this, but how he called after he woke her up in the video where he was recording in his house. He called her father a B.
Yeah, I can't. A lot is going into this whole thing. Like, it's just a lot going on. But Asia, ultimately, are you choosing to cancel or keep? You can choose to cancel individual people, the whole situation. Just say forget it. Throw it in the trash.
I think all people in this crazy story, just everybody needs to be canceled.
You know,
now, LaPatra, she needs to be canceled too. Because why were you there?
Right. Why were you there? You know, yeah. I can agree with that. Honestly, I'm just going to cancel the whole thing. The whole thing should have never happened. If LaPatra was never there, it would have been fine. But, you know, I understand the whole young love. Right. I understand the whole young love narrative, but I do not condone the fact that she allegedly, because they're saying allegedly, pulled out knives over a guy she's not even married to, even though if you are married to it, just, you know, let it go, sis. So I choose to cancel the whole situation.
Even though he calls her my wife.
Yeah.
My wife? What he said? My wife? You talk about my wife?
Yeah, alright. Okay. But anyway, thank you for joining me today on Cancel Culture. Just tell everybody where they can see you if they want to hear more from you.
Yes, so you can follow me on Instagram at Earth to Asia, Twitter the same thing. I do not use Snapchat anymore. And you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Earth to Asia. Everything is at Earth to Asia. The number 2.
Yep. So thank you so much, and we will be in touch.
All right. Thanks for having me.
So here we have our second guest for the second segment of the show. Would you like to introduce yourself?
What it do, y'all? It's your boy Chris. We on here with Maya Ash. And they get to talking. I go to Clark Atlanta University. I'm a rising junior business administration major with a focus in finance, financial planning. And I'm from Chicago.
Wow. So you're saying your concentration is finance and financial planning. That means you know a lot about the topic we're going to talk about. So let's just get straight into it. So the Forbes list has just announced that Kanye West is now a billionaire. Did you hear that?
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you feel about that whole situation? Just start off.
Just me being from Chicago, Kanye being from Chicago, as a child I always heard about him, and my parents always played him and everything. He's actually around the same age as my parents, so it's just good seeing an icon like that because really is just like he's just like one of us. It's an icon, like being a billionaire. Like that's a gigantic threshold. Like people don't even realize that. Like that's a lot of money. And that's not even just as much money as he has. This assets, investments, stuff in his name. So for him to be a black man in America and to be a billionaire, like it's actually going over a lot of people's heads. People there criticize Kanye for this and that or whatever, but he's a billionaire. So I'm just proud about that. Is this somebody to look up to as a black man?
Okay, so going back to the fact that you say people criticize Kanye West, I do agree with that. A lot of people like to say he is arrogant, and this kind of brings me to the point where last year Kanye did not want to give out his assets and how much money he made on his shoes, but this year he was sure to tell the Forbes list that he did make $1 billion. So how does that make you feel? Like when he didn't have $1 billion, he wasn't really flaunting it, but as soon as he got $1 billion, he was sure to tell the world. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I'm a major advocate for minding your own business. So as far as that, yeah. I mean, he's not obligated to tell anybody about any of his about his financial his financial position. Anything.
Right. It's just funny the way he said it. He said asking about his numbers is like asking your grandmother what was the recipe of her cake. So basically, he was saying he doesn't know how much money he makes, but as soon as he made $1 billion, he knows. So.
I mean, yeah. Look, you won't know when you make $1 billion. I mean, you feel me? It's his money. He want to talk about it. He want to talk about it.
I mean, you're 100% correct. I 100% agree with you. So another point, a picture on Twitter started circulating around of Kanye's high school yearbook saying he was voted least likely to succeed. So how do you feel about that?
This really goes back to the saying I always have. You gotta believe in yourself before anybody else does. Really, you are. That's a prime example of that. You can't. You gotta know you're the one before anybody else does, because really it's your life. At the end of the day, they're gonna talk, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, but where you go, what they eat don't make you crap. Really. So where you go is really up to you.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Like, I found that really inspiring because I just know how that could feel. Like, first of all, I don't know why they had that as a category in a yearbook, least likely to succeed. Like, they shouldn't have that in a yearbook for high schoolers to even vote for. But since it was, and since he was voted that, I just find that to be so inspiring that even though seems like nobody in high school class believe in him, now he's a billionaire. So it's kind of like, wow, what are those other people doing? Not billionaires.
I wonder how many of them are billionaires.
Yeah, probably none. Maybe one, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
So ultimately on this show, as you know, it's called Cancel Culture. So at the end of each news story, we decide whether we're going to cancel or keep this story. So personally, for me, I'm choosing to cancel everyone who doubted Kanye, and I'm choosing to keep Kanye. What do you choose?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I was going to keep Kanye regardless. That's my boy. Cancel everybody else. Haters won't hate, potatoes won't potato, but he's so that's that.
Haters are going to hate, potatoes are going to potate. You got that right. Well, thank you for joining me on this show. Tell everybody where they can follow you at.
They can follow me at Christian's IG on Instagram.
Okay.
And you can follow Maya at Maya.Ashley on Instagram.
This is true.
Thanks for having me.
So there you have it. We chose to cancel the coronavirus and cancel Brian Kemp. We chose to cancel the entire NBA YoungBoy situation. And we chose to cancel all of Kanye's haters. So there you have it for the first episode. You heard what I think. You heard what others think. Now I want to know what you think. So make sure to leave a comment as well as hit me up on my social media accounts. Tell me who you canceled. I'm your host, Maya Ashley, and I'll talk to you guys next time.